She left a lipstick letter on the mirror, shattered on the bathroom floor. All I could put back together was never see me no more. Took all her clothes but one red dress, the one she knows I like the best. All I could do was clean up the mess and wonder where she had gone. When Rita leaves, Rita's gone. She gave me every chance a man could want. I've never known a love so strong, or so crazy when she's been done wrong. When Rita leaves, Rita's gone. When Rita leaves, Rita's gone. When Rita leaves, Rita's gone. I got to go. I hope you understand. I love you so, and I want you to be my man. I hear the call, it sounds so sweet and plain. I got to go, 'cause the road is my middle lane. I got to go, 'cause the road is my middle lane.
Woo! Yeah.
I was warned. Blood is thicker than water. But I didn't take the advice. In my life, I had to try out all the cliches firsthand. Then, when I finally did bump into the truth, after days, months, years of trying to make the wrong life fit, I finally get it. You can't get blood out of a turnip. That contract was made in blood. Blood is thicker than water. Oh, even the common expression, you can lead a horse to blood, but you can't make it drink, makes sense to me now.
Well, blood relatives always win out, you know.
And he's never going to leave his wife.
Ha! Shakespeare should have coined that phrase. Anyway, there should have been a play about it. Maybe I'll write it. After all, I did act it all out in real life first.
It's a long, bloody process living out life's lessons, isn't it?
Oh, oh, Anna Karenina. Oh, I just love Anna Karenina. But she couldn't handle the lessons she learned, so she threw herself on Tolstoy's railroad tracks. Now, I'm definitely a drama queen, but I've never had the guts for Amtrak. The ranch was depressing. I fought a daily obsession with an old Colt 45, but I knew that no one would care if the housekeeper did go and blow her head off. I was 45 minutes from town on a landscape of alfalfa fields, ponderosa pines, and bald eagles, and I wasn't even grateful. 80,000 prime acres bordering the Missouri River, An ancient, silvered old ranch, ripe for the picking. Then Ed rode into my life on, believe it or not, a beautiful white horse. But not any white horse. This was a full-blooded Arabian. Ed called him Stein.
No one rides into anyone else's life. They're just riding.
It had always worked before. I'd stand in the middle of some guy's trail. He'd notice me, and eventually I'd become an important part of his life. A trail is narrow. That's the way the Indians used to hunt. They'd hide behind a blind on a well-worn path, wait patiently, and then shoot the first deer that regularly took that trail.
But women have better things to do than hunt.
Yeah, like shop.
Just for that fringe jacket.
Besides riding a white horse, Ed sported a long beard. The beard was a mask for all the stuff inside he hadn't worked out yet. I was drawn to Ed because I wore a mask too. And mine disguised more misery and baggage than his did.
Oh, thank God. Women don't grow facial hair.
Well, maybe not much.
You, what do you know, you youngin'?
Full-blooded Appaloosas carry a lot of weight with me. Arabians, excuse me. I know that Appaloosas do hold big medicine too in the Indian way. 7! Oh. 7! Come on! Oh.
Good luck, lady.
Montanans don't give Californians any credibility. Even if you've lived here years and years and years, even if you've known many a hard winter, complained about the traffic, parked your horse trailer at every trailhead, mourned every road they've closed as they've closed it, and speak with knowledge about Montana's absurdly low wages. If you say you're from California, they'll dismiss you every time.
How long you say you've lived here?
Look, I am just trying to give them the landscape here. Cutting horses, draft horses, ancient barns, crazy people who bomb federal buildings, cattle, moose who follow you at hunting season because they know you don't have a moose tag, bluebirds, empty trophy homes, 10 bars to every church,
Rodeos. Woo.
big money, lies, alcohol, rodeos, big money.
Well, a penny saved is a penny earned.
So, there I was, in the middle of Ed's trail, and I sent out these smoke signals of desperation, seduction, and fear. And he got off his white horse and rescued me. A couple months later, we moved in together. Ed left his wife, who he said he never slept with anyway.
That's what they all say.
And I traded one suicidal life for another. I never looked back.
Well, you know, Ed's wife did bring the grandkids over a lot when she wasn't there.
And I know the wife continued to cut his hair.
And didn't he help her build her new place?
I know he gave his wife money when she needed it. And she drove the good car.
I overlooked these annoyances, mainly because it was Ed's ranch. And besides, I did have my white wine, my slot machines, and the casinos. but it was hard living there. Ed and I lived in the same house that he and his wife lived in for years, so it was overloaded with bad memories and ghosts. Ed was missing 3 fingers, cut off in a chainsaw accident years ago.
Blood?
Blood.
Chainsaw. Poor Ed.
Blood.
Please. Thank you. Even his grandkids saw through me. His blood relatives won out. Ed was definitely taken. And I was selling myself short. He wasn't paying the sort of currency I thought I was worth.
What were you worth?
My ex-husband said it was because I was old. And like I said, even his grandkids saw through me. How'd you meet my granddad? Was I supposed to explain seduction to an 8-year-old?
Children can tell.
Then, my father died in California. And I took the Greyhound to Lodi for his funeral. I was paring an apple when the bus hit something in the road and I cut my hand. Blood just gushed from my palm.
Blood?
Blood.
I thought to myself as I bled, Ed's never going to leave his wife. And I'm never going to leave Ed. I'm never going to grow up unless I leave Ed.
Something had to give.
I would have my last drink in Lodi. When I came back to Montana, the ranch felt alien. Maybe Shakespeare was right. He never did write a play about a man who left his wife. I wrote a letter to my dad and made peace with my mother. I stopped living with married men, and I'm making my own trail now. Maybe I'll buy a horse. I just love those Tennessee walkers. Have any of you read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? Oh, I don't believe it. Well, if it were true, men and women would never have met at all. I mean, really, what self-respecting woman would ever be caught dead on a blood-red planet anyway?
True.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, mister? Hey, mister. Oh, God, it's Ed. I don't believe you've been sitting there this whole time. No beard.
You're doing that artsy-fartsy stuff, ain't you?
Yep.
Well, break a leg, buckwheat.
Will do. Yes, I will.
grateful and happy to introduce you to the premiere performance of My Ex-Husband's Visit. It's actually the third premiere performance. Now I will not forget to read this. So this is called My Ex-Husband's Visit. It's a play from the family closet, and the landscape is winter. All scenes take place in the kitchen of a refurbished 100-year-old house on a sheep ranch in the Potomac Valley. The main character, Gwen, is house-sitting for the proprietor of Feet Down Farm, Professor P. Kukuk, who is in Australia studying bees. The characters are Stan, a National Public Radio comedian and writer with a master's degree in the fine arts, Gwen, a Montana writer who never did get her master's degree in the fine arts because of her drinking, and Jacob, their well-loved musician-songwriter's son. Scene 1, Stan's arrival.
Well, I went home with the waitress, the way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too? Hey! I'm the innocent bystander. Somehow I got stuck between the rock and the hard place, and I'm down on my luck. And I'm down on my luck. It's in lawyers, guns, and money. In lawyers, guns, and money. In lawyers, guns, and money. Ow!
I just love Warren Zevon.
Yeah, I went home with the waitress. Woo! Lawyers, guns, and money, sentimental hygiene, werewolves of London. God, he was great.
Warren was interviewed when he found out he had cancer.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
He said, knowing he had such a short time to live sure made his peanut butter taste great. You know, life does taste great, Jake.
It's too bad you guys had to get cancer to find out that.
You play the hand you're dealt, Jake. Oh, do you remember? Oh, we used to jump up and down on my bed to the Pointer Sisters when you were just a kid in San Francisco?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember I also used to grab your cigarette packs, throw them out the window and tell you not to smoke. I remember you drank lots of white wine and you went out with weird boyfriends. I remember that I was so angry at you and Stan for getting a divorce that I would wet the bed. Do you remember that?
I know. Jacob, if I could take it all back and start over again, I certainly would. But we come from where we were, and here we are now. In the middle of Montana's beautiful winter. It's the now that counts.
And I wrote on the back of my bedroom door how much I hated Bo.
I remember that. I hate Bo. You carved it right into the wood. That shocked me. My kid having a difference of opinion from me. Whoa.
Yeah, I hated that little kid. God, you were always making me play with him. You were always making me go to garage sales, too. But don't worry, Mom. I've processed it all. I'm a forgiving person.
Sacred wounds, Jake. We all have them. Besides, I got your first electric guitar at a garage sale. Oh, it was red and so far out. Oh, yes.
Nobody uses that expression anymore, Mom. It's awesome or cool or something else, not far out. You sound like John Denver.
Well, you called me dude the entire time we were in Portland. I kept looking over at my shoulders trying to see who you were talking to.
So why is Dad coming here, Mom?
Well, you want to know the real reason or the one I could make up?
The real reason. I can take it.
Well, okay. He's coming because we've gotten closer through our letters ever since your stepbrother Pete died. And, well, I thought perhaps we might get back together again. And I've had a powerful form of cancer, and he's coming because he's concerned. And he's coming because he loves us. And most importantly, my thought form brought him here.
Is he going to say all that?
No.
I thought I came here because I had a United Airlines ticket I had to use within a certain amount of time. Boy, my money didn't go very far at the good food store.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, did you get Mom's chili relleno casserole fixings?
Doesn't look
Chili
like it.
relleno.
An average sized bag with, let's see, 1.5 pounds of organic cheese, Ortega chilies, omega-3 eggs laid by free-range, naturally fed chickens, and evaporated milk would have cost about $51.
$51. You are amazing, Gwen. You know, cheese at the good food store is out of sight.
Yes. It's good to see you, Stan. Did you have a smooth flight?
Wait a minute. Is that chili relleno casserole I smell cooking? Huh?
I haven't made it since 1983, but I gave it a shot.
Boy, these pants are too tight. I'm going to have to take them off and leave my long underwear while I'm here.
Stan! Not the Three Stooges. And do you have to start this visit in your long underwear? I was given explicit instructions to act like a lady the entire time you were here.
Underwear, schmunderwear. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas in my amazing
Christmas is
underwear.
Christmas music after Christmas makes people sick. Mom says you came to Montana because she had this thought form. That it was really she and not you that brought you here.
Well, that's that magical, metaphysical thinking crap your mother likes. I really came here because you're here, and I haven't seen the two of you together in years. And your mother has had cancer, and we haven't seen each other in 7 years, Gwen?
7, right? My lucky number. Oh, do you remember? I got you that gig at the University Theater in 2002.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so upset. The theater wasn't even half full.
Oh, that's all right. I got to meet Science Woman. I got to stay at the Bunchy Bear Motel. I got to do Elvis and used car opera, and they paid me $5,000, and your mother tried to sleep with me.
I remember it the other way around.
This is a beautiful place, Gwen. What a great place to house sit.
Oh, it's my friend P. Kukuk's sheep ranch. Oh, I love living here. But did you see what they did with the Bunchy Bear Motel?
No.
They took down that cute little neon sign. Yeah, sheesh. But, I love living here. Much better than I like to live in Missoula. And pretty soon, I'm going to bring Dolly in.
If you mean that big white dog I saw off stage, that is a no-no in professional theater.
You should have seen the horses on stage in Aida. You should have seen the elephants in Cher's goodbye tour. Oh, I love Cher. Oh.
I like Cher.
I love Cher.
Oh,
I think she's better than Madonna.
And besides, Dolly is an important part of this sheep ranch. She chases off the coyotes.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Oh, come here, Babushka. Oh, I love you so much, Babushka.
I love you too. Babushka, babushka.
Babushka? That's Russian for grandmother. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I just thought it was a beautiful name. Babushka, winters in Montana.
Oh, you little poop head.
Why do you always call your pets poop head, Mom? Sometimes you even call me poop head. It's annoying.
You know, I went to Russia when I was in college. I traveled the whole country chasing after this neurotic sorority girl that I met washing dishes in Columbia, Missouri. Oh, she was so beautiful. And I was so miserable.
I know what that's like.
Well, you know, when we were in San Francisco, your mother and I used to take all 10 or 11 guinea pigs over to Golden Gate Park and have a picnic and watch them run around.
Oh, they were always having babies.
I think your mother used to turn poop head even then.
Yeah.
Mom, I think your cat has issues because you call him poop head.
Well, so do you.
That's exactly my point.
Well, I just love rodents. Oh, they're so cute. I love large mammals even better.
No, mammals don't do a thing for me. But as I was saying, you know, when we were at Golden Gate Park, right in the middle of the picnic and the wine and everything, your mother would have to go to the hospital.
Why?
Well, because I was bipolar and I didn't know it, and the sugar and the alcohol, you know, exasperated it.
Exacerbated it? God, no wonder I was so fucked up.
Jake, this was before you were born.
Before you were born, son.
You know, there was life before Jake.
Life before moi? That's what everybody tells me, but I don't believe it.
Yes, yes. Childhood pets. I remember Boots the cat. Someone threw Boots out the second-story window of my childhood home in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, Boots. Boots. Oh. Ah, I see your friend Professor Kukuk takes the New Yorker. You remember New York City? My comedy group Duck's Breath used to play at the Joseph Papp Theater. And one night, Tom Hanks and his first wife Susan invited us over to see their new apartment. And your mother picked a fight with Susan.
I did?
Tom was so proud of that apartment.
Geez, Dad, why didn't you stay in show business? I could have had a career like Colin Hanks. I mean, his dad helped him. I'm tired of being a poverty-stricken musician.
I remember that we went to Katz's Delicatessen and Steinway and Sons, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, Mom, you could find Tom Hanks and make amends to him. Maybe he could help me with my career.
Oh, yeah. The thought crossed my mind. He took you and Colin to Burger King when I left you in Sacramento to go to Reno with one of my weird boyfriends.
I played Reno once. Harold's Club. Hey, the chili Riano Castro smells really good. Why don't we eat, huh?
I'll get it. Oh, do you remember? You said I always made pancakes on Saturday mornings to make everything all right. Well, that's what my mother did. She believed high carbs and sugar would solve everybody's problems. Dad believed in protein. Scrambled eggs in cast iron skillets.
I remember your mother, Gwen. She reminded me of Debbie Reynolds in that Albert Brooks movie. I think it was called Mother.
Yeah.
So Albert Brooks is a writer, and he looks to his mother constantly for approval. Only his mother's a writer too, but she keeps all her works buried in a trunk, and she's jealous of it.
Yeah, well, the world premiere of Montana Monologues made $5,000 in one day.
You've been doing well with the Montana Monologues, haven't you, Gwen?
Yep.
It's too bad you had to get cancer, Mom, for your writing career to take off.
Jacob, I know that you're sad, but cancer has actually been a gift. It's given me a purpose to my life. Oh, remember the Baltimores with Dave Terry?
Dave,
yeah.
yeah.
Dave told me to always put a "the" in front of what I do. That makes it more important.
The Beatles.
Yes.
The Rolling Stones.
The Montana Monologues.
The Bee Gees. The Pointer Sisters.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like we're in a car playing a car game.
The Righteous Brothers.
Oh.
Dave Terry and I used to sing. You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips.
You've lost that loving feeling and it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, we are so bad.
I love it. But lunch is getting cold, and I think we should say grace. Stan, would you say grace?
Grace.
That was original.
God bless our nuclear family.
Oh, dear.
Amen.
Wait a minute. Isn't this lamb with the chili Rihanna? Do people eat sheep in Montana?
On this sheep ranch they do, and why? What do you care? Mammals don't do a thing for me. Would you like some more, honey?
Sure, I have some more. That's great, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry I called you honey.
You can call me honey anytime. I feel like I've turned into Sam Shepard and she turned into Jessica Lange.
Oh,
Come on, you guys. Sam Shepard and Jessica Lange are like multi-billionaires. They don't have to house sit.
did you read that short story in the New Yorker that Sam Shepard wrote? I didn't like it. I didn't think it was very good. I think they published it because his name was Sam Shepard.
I've been sending the New Yorker my essays for years and I never published any of them.
It ain't fair.
Oh, Sam Shepard and Jessica Lange were so good in Don't Come Knockin'. Oh,
Great
oh,
movie!
yes.
Vim Vendors is a genius.
Oh,
So, this drunk is running around trying to make amends before he sobers up. And he's living in his mother's basement at 55.
How big was the basement? Maybe I could live there.
well, the best part of the movie is when Sam rides off the set. First, he gives away all of his Hollywood clothes and his beautiful Hollywood horse to this old hobo. Here, take this gelding. He's a good horse. Ah, what a line! Oh, I love Westerns. Oh, and remember Kurt Russell in Tombstone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, get away from that stud, son.
What about Murphy's Romance, Mom?
Murphy tries to give him his horse an apple, but the horse won't eat it. He says, "You mean I have to cut it up for you before you'll eat it?" Oh, God broke the mold when he made James Garner. Oh.
You really love the West, don't you, Gwen?
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered why she didn't marry a rancher. He wouldn't have brains, but she wouldn't need him for that.
Stan, somebody might hear you. That's a horrible thing to say. There are plenty of ranchers with brains. Why, I know a dairy farmer down in Corvallis who is making fuel out of his cow's poop as we speak. Now that's brains.
Dairy farming doesn't count, Mom. Dad's talking about ranchers.
Well, I know plenty of ranchers who are Democrats.
No!
Yes. And besides, why are you always trying to get me married off?
Well, you don't have to live alone. You know that, Gwen.
I don't feel like I'm alone, and I like my life. Ooh. Besides, my love life is none of your business.
But it's kind of a metaphor, isn't it? I mean...
Oh, well, kind of. Yeah, the West is just a metaphor for me. If I lived in Maine, I'd be writing about lobsters. Yep.
That's not true, Mom.
No, that's not true. No.
Well, besides, my love life is none of your business.
You're right. I was out of line. So, look, I just want the best for you, okay?
You know, maybe she doesn't want to be like you, Dad.
What?
You take women in Nicaragua that you don't even care about, and they fall off the back of your motorcycle, and you sleep around.
Jake, you are too hard.
He does.
I don't care. You are too hard on your father. And you idolize me. Have you ever thought he is just reflecting your own behavior?
I never idolized you, Mom. You were crazy.
Well,
I don't sleep around like Dad. I don't compulsively buy things like Dad. And I don't hang out in thrift shops for hours at a time either.
Too bad.
I do wish I could take beautiful women to Nicaragua on a motorcycle, though.
Glenn, you should see all the 40-something women who come to Jake's gigs. They kiss him on the forehead and they tousle his hair.
Dad, enough.
You know, I love Nicaragua. But when we had that accident, she fell off the back of the bike. She got hurt. You know, I tried to pay the docs, and they wouldn't take my money. What a country! You know, when we got back home, we went our separate ways, and I didn't even miss her.
Stan, I am so sorry that Pete died. Jacob, I'm sorry that you lost your stepbrother.
Sometimes it hurts so much, I don't know what to do. I can't fill the hole anymore with tobacco or alcohol or women, like Dad does.
I'm building a $20,000 house on the site of an inert volcano in Nicaragua. I'm going to become an expatriate. And you may all come visit me. And I will have the internet. Did you see my latest bit on YouTube? Huh?
Yes, I did. But I showed it to my friends at the work, and they didn't think it was funny.
I guess I'm not for everybody.
I thought Dad was hilarious and annoying.
Speaking of the internet, I bought this ring in Thailand, and I'm selling it for $14,000 on eBay. I think I'll go see if it's sold yet.
Your dad's grieving.
I know, Mom.
And scene one.
The sound of my shoes shuffling out of town. Too many people, too many cars. Take me on to Memphis, Mercury, or Mars. I wanna go where the buffalo roam. I'm just a city boy looking for a home.
Scene two. The sheep ranch later that night. Kev Moe's City Boys playing on Pete Kukuk's portable CD player. Everyone's back from Jake's gig in Missoula. Stan is down to his long underwear again. He puts a blanket over his head like an Arab and hops up and down and acts like the Three Stooges.
Oh, Stan, do you have to act like that? Not the Three Stooges.
You know, you see, Jake, that is why most women don't like the Three Stooges. We're not attractive.
Stan, would you help me feed the sheep? And would you help me? The pickup truck needs starting. And would you help me find the keys? Jake, would you go out and get some wood and start the fire?
I don't like to be told what to do, Mom.
I think I'm going to stay in and medicate. It's cold outside.
All right, said the little red hen. I'll do it myself.
Why do did you take so long tuning your guitar? I had to walk around the block 5 times in order to calm down. You never do that to an audience.
You guys took too long getting me to Zootown. I didn't have time to check the tech. I can't go on 15 minutes before I'm supposed to start playing. Not me, anyway.
Fair enough. So, you want some tea?
Sure.
What do you think your mother has planned for us now, huh?
Oh, she's got this foreign DVD called The Band's Visit. She saw the movie in Portland, and she thinks the Egyptian actor is a lot like you.
Ah, you mean handsome, angst-ridden, and talented?
No, I mean he's in pain over his son's death. Mom put a lot of thought into choosing that video at Crazy Mike's.
You think she's okay? I mean, she's had cancer, she's living out here in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, Mom likes the middle of nowhere, and cancer hasn't stopped her yet.
Cancer hasn't stopped me because I'm an overcomer. There's a 10 to 30% chance I won't get it again. I live in the 30%. I don't believe in saying that I'm in remission because it is metaphysically incorrect.
I can't breathe. I can't see. Yeah, this city sure ain't no place for me. I wanna be where my soul can run free. I'm just a city boy looking for a home.
Oh, I love Kev Mo. Kevin Moore, Taj Mahal's protege. Oh, I met him once. I was working at the DoubleTree. I was working in the gift shop, and he came in to buy a candle, and his manager called him Keb. I said, "Oh my God, are you really Keb Mo? Oh, I just love your music. Oh, I want to go to your concert tonight, but I can't afford a ticket."
Smart move, Mom.
Smart.
So he put me on the guest list. Yes.
Taj Mahal. Did you ever sleep with Taj Mahal?
What?
What?
Well, you always talk about it.
I always talk about Bruce Springsteen, but I've never had the good fortune to have slept with the man.
I've always wondered where Jake got his height.
Oh, not from Taj Mahal. He's short.
And if it makes any difference, he is African American. You guys are weird. Why do you always have to bring up Mom's sex life, Dad? It's a touchy subject.
It was a logical question.
Oh, it wasn't the least bit logical. It wasn't even scientific.
Aha! So you did sleep with him? Back in the 70s when you were 25 and living in Sacramento, huh? Huh? He used to play at that club Maria Muldaur played at. Yeah. See? Yeah. Huh?
Stan, you write great scripts, but I read your latest one. I don't think you should use the word boobs to describe women's breasts.
I disagree.
It is not funny.
I think boobs is a very funny word.
Oh, gee.
Me too.
I give up. I'm going to get wood.
And I'm going to see if my ring's sold yet.
So, Dad, why did you really come to Montana?
I came because a few months ago your mother asked me if I'd ever thought about getting back together again after all these years. She believes her drinking drove us apart. She has angst about how it might have been different.
Geez, so I might have a real mom and dad in my old age?
I'm waiting for her to bring it up. I'm being a gentleman.
Oh, a gentleman in long underwear with holes who farts too much and takes women to Nicaragua he doesn't even care about?
Yes. Oh!
I heard that. There will be no farting contests, and I mean it. It is disgusting. There is no redeeming social quality to it.
Whoa!
It is just rude. Really? Oh.
Gwen, you do Facebook?
I'm not talking to you. I don't believe in the internet. It's a deep hole that sucks you in and spits you out hours later. You could miss dinner. Besides, I like writing letters. I don't like email. I like writing real letters to real people. I am very low-tech and proud of it.
Right on, Mom.
The internet is your friend, Gwen. It can take you to places you never knew existed.
Yeah, like spam and child porn and chat rooms and stupid thoughts nobody cares about.
Mom doesn't want to get to know the internet, Dad. She's horse and buggy. She likes that.
Yep. Oh, I rented this wonderful foreign film for us tonight. The main character is a lot like you, Stan. And there's this beautiful Israeli actress in it. Oh, she's dark-haired and gorgeous. Anyway, it's about an Egyptian band, an Egyptian police band that goes to Israel to play at the Arab Cultural Center, but they can't find it.
I'd love to watch it.
Okay.
But we'll have to watch it on PK's computer, but that could be done.
Really?
I'll set it up.
Oh, that's what I love, is a man who's high-tech.
This isn't high-tech, Mom. It's just a DVD. You put the DVD in the computer and it plays a movie.
Really?
Really.
Yeah.
Wow.
FBI warning. Yeah. This is great. The only thing missing, though, is I wouldn't mind having some popcorn or maybe some jujubes or some ice cream, maybe.
Stan, I don't eat popcorn or jujubes or anything like that anymore.
Thank you very much.
Geez, Stan, all that stuff has so much sugar in it, and it put me in the hospital, and I just don't eat it, and I am not going back there.
Mom, you don't have to be so dramatic. Dad has a right to eat anything he wants.
Thank you.
Dad, I brought some comfort food in my backpack. You can have some.
All right. My boy. Sugar popcorn.
That's okay. I don't mind if you eat my most addictive foods right in front of me. Ouch. When I was a girl, my mother and I would stay up late, eat popcorn and drink Diet Coke and watch Johnny Carson every night. It's a wonder I even graduated from high school. At least you and I do know how to communicate.
I can communicate. Let's communicate.
Mom, are you going to tell Dad why you wanted him to come to Montana?
Oh, look, watch. This is that wonderful part in the movie where the bass player sleeps with that girl.
She is beautiful.
Mom, here's your chance.
Give me that popcorn. Oh. Do you want some popcorn?
End scene 2. Scene 3. Early the next morning. Jacob's asleep on the couch. Stan's facing the computer, meditating in a lotus position. He is shrouded by a big blanket. Gwen enters the kitchen from the mudroom with a big pile of firewood in her arms for the stove.
I just fed the sheep. all by myself. I put an entire bale of hay on a sled and pulled it all the way over to the sheep. There's a trick to it. Hey, Stan, you meditating?
Not anymore, I'm not. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. We don't meditate down here in Tupelo, Mississippi.
So, what should we do today? You're leaving.
I got it. Let's look at the old photo albums of when we were in San
Oh,
Francisco.
yes.
I think Jake would like that. Jake! Jake, get up. You gotta see this. Come here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That is your mother. Isn't she beautiful? That picture was taken on the steps of that Catholic church in the Haight.
Wow, that's you, Mom? You are beautiful. Is that me? I look so weird.
When you were 2 days old, your father wanted to take you to the beach. My mother said, Stan, you're not taking that child to the ocean. He is too young.
I wanted my boy to see the ocean as soon as possible. Yeah.
Jacob, you were born at Alta Bates Hospital. The best day of my life.
Berkeley, California. Oh. You know, we had a neighbor who lived on up above us on Prince Street. He used to dress up like a woman and come down and visit us all the time. He was an ugly woman.
Yes.
Those were the days.
So I was born on Easter in Berkeley. I think that's really significant.
I had natural childbirth. Your father read a book by Philip Roth the entire time I was having you.
I did not read a book by Philip Roth while you were having him. I read while you were in labor, while you were having contractions. After all, it took Jake 32 hours to get here. He was a big boy even then. I got it. Okay, here. I am going to take a picture of Gwen for the dust cover of her new book.
Oh, I haven't written it yet.
You will.
No, I can't write unless the toilet is clean. I can't write unless the floor is mopped. In fact, I have to clean the whole house before I can sit down at a laptop. And if I don't get a housekeeper, I'm never going to be a famous writer.
You are a famous writer, Gwen.
Who wants to be famous anyway, Mom? You just make the art and you see what happens. When I was trying to be famous, I wrote really bad music. I used to think I had to smoke to write. Cleaning's better than smoking.
Well,
I used to think I had to drink to write for years.
oh, remember that club where we met?
Oh, I do. Jake, your mother and I met at the Palms in Davis, California.
I played pool with Bing Crosby, Elvis Presley, and James Mason all at once. It was love at first sight.
And then we decided to move in together. And your mother drove her little Volkswagen into the back of my U-Haul truck. Woohoo!
Yes, that way we could drive all the way over to Frisco together. And then when we got there, it was the middle of the night, and we drove all over the city looking for a ramp so we could drive the VW out of the U-Haul. Oh, jeez.
You guys were crazy.
Yes, we were.
Yeah. Then we got divorced and everything fell apart. I lost my writer's workshop. You moved to Iowa. If we had only had the sense
Gwen,
to...
things fall apart for a reason. To rearrange themselves. Sometimes maybe to rearrange themselves in something a little healthier.
Well, the Buddhists say it isn't whether your boat makes it to the other side of the lake, it's how far you get that counts.
I do love you, Stan.
I love you too. Always have.
Let's take more pictures.
All right. There's the camera right there. more.
One together. Oh, this has been really important.
I have to leave in about 15 minutes in order to return the rental car and get to the airport on time. Where are my pants?
I know.
And it's snowing out again. And watch you there an hour before the plane leaves.
I know.
Wasn't your fault, Gwen. It was the circumstances.
I know.
I mean it. It wasn't your fault.
I know.
God, I feel like I'm Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting. I know you guys did the best you could.
With the tools we had. Stan, I don't think we're destined to remarry.
But we love each other very much. And I'll see you in another 7 years.
7, my lucky number.
I guess this is it.
Oh, wait. Before you go, can we do a Dr. Science bit real quick?
Shoot.
Oh, good.
That's strange. I have a master's degree.
In science.
Dear Dr. Science, why is it every time I see a penguin walk across the ice, I'm brought to tears?
Gwen, you're going to have to stop watching those old Frank Sinatra movies and living in the past.
Oh, that was a good one.
So long, son. See you back in Iowa City.
Don't make me cry. Stan, my metaphysical, magical self says the New Yorker will publish you. Don't give up.
Marry a rancher.
Oh, he never gives up on that. I think I'll start the dishes.
Let me dry them on.
You know, I really thought we would reconcile this time. But that's not where we're at.
Sometimes you try too hard.
Practice, not perfection. Is that Lawyers, Guns, and Money?
Yeah. You want me to turn it up?
Yeah.
All right, you asked for it.
I was standing in Havana. Well, I took a little rest. Send lawyers, guns, and money to get me out of this. Hey! Send lawyers, guns, and money. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Oh! Yeah.
Yes.
Just heard by the hand vote. There's some that are, detached.
Okay, there you go. Okay, we're ready.
We're not cheating, really. Kayana got pan
Time to roll.
picture, honey. You won. Good for you. There you go. Okay. Spirit Horse, and you can get the can too. The can's really neat. Okay, who's this? Denali Bruin. Denali. Okay, Denali.
There you go, you are.
What a good game.
She wants the can. Turn around and show the camera. That's it. Denali, do you want the, should I put it on the bottom for you?
You are.
That's right, I got it.
Did you got it?
I'll be careful, yeah.
Get my own then, I guess.
Show the camera.
Oh, wait a second.
Well, I went home with the waitress the way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too? Hey! I was gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. Some lawyers, guns, and money to get me out of this. Hey! Hey, I'm the innocent bystander.